Red heart, red heart.
Let's go Giants for the one time, Chuck.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies. Just
Game one, Chuck. Game one. Our record is 7-2.
And off we go from Denver. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Throwing right away, here's Locke. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 50. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there on the first play of the game. 59 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Locke going to throw.
Where you going, Rakim?
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot of time.
Yes, sir. We take those dubs. All right, we got a dub with the Giants. Let's go. Let's go, Cowboys. I hate them, but let's see.
Commanders Field holds a little more than 80,000, and
Game
they
two,
have
chat.
come
Game
out
two.
in droves here in Landover, Maryland.
Last game we won with the Giants. Takes it.
Here's Austin Seibert now to get this one started, and off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. Cavante Turpin now from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. First play is Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this turns into a nice game.
Let's go.
Slide at the end. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted.
I somehow knew he wasn't going to be able to throw that.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Now Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
All right, Kim.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Right there, hurt.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Flushed out right. Shakes off the sack. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Daniels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception?
Ooh, you're trying.
So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him.
My fault, I done a quick play action.
Do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. We're scoreless after 1. Second and 11 at the 41. Throwing, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Being chased out left.
Yo, this game is rigged, bro. The dude literally just stopped. What the hell? He let him pick it.
47-yard line in enemy territory.
Nah. We can't be having that. Here come Madden, bro.
On the go. 19 Tiger.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And now this is intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Prescott now. Buying time to his left. Touchdown! Jake Ferguson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Here we go.
Play action, now it's Daniels. He's going deep for Brown.
That shit out of here.
The ball away and it falls incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Motion man is Crowder. To throw is Daniels. Sliding out of the pocket. And some strong running. And he's
Yo, Madden, y'all doing too much. We love it, but y'all doing too much, bro. I boomed him twice. It's a QB out here.
Their 3 timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They go play action. Daniels. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a pickup of 6.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Call time, I reckon.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go now. Let's go. Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Flush to his right. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Getting home that time to Marvian Overshone. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Let's go.
A final shot before break. Daniels. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Just the 1 touchdown in that 1st half, 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
Red card.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that 1st half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty...
Yo, I'm in there, and they're not letting me tackle. Good work, Madden.
Drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion. 2nd and 2. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Powering his way forward. And he's going to get this all the way.
That's crazy, and they're not letting me pick it, bro. You got to be right there on me, like I am.
Well, a good throw there leads to a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 8.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Toss play to Robinson. And
Come here.
Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. Out of his end zone, Prescott.
They're wide open. He can't hit you.
Incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone.
Stupid. Oh, my Virgo. Great reads.
At the 40. CeeDee Lamb.
Stupid.
Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb.
Come on.
98 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this will be caught.
Get most
so try for 2, good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
I'm on that.
Past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing... There he goes, left side!
They had to get one sooner or later, Madden. No worry. Back on offense.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Noah Brown, 78 yards. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And they're back within 8. It's 15-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Damn, Rakim.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Second and 16. On play action, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
That's our ball, though.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Here's Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The slot man in motion right. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
Line! Oh my! Great play calls.
CD Lamb.
Come on.
With now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
On the set.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Let's go now.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Roll, roll, roll. Alert, alert.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And able to
Keep
get
going.
this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Daniels. This one caught by Crowder. He's into space past the 25. Down the right sideline. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder. 53 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Cougar 19. Go.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And they will get back to
You're not even in there yet.
as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Cowboys are able to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
From the 33, here's second down at a yard.
To throw is Prescott. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
In motion, that's Tolbert.
He'll buy some time right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well, great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott steps away to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And a big turnover
Madden
there
shit.
as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this
After I
game,
hit stick his
but they were
QB
what was really
twice.
called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And that's complete to Brown. And they're going to get this all the way
He's just throwing shit up, bro. It's 3. What the fuck?
Rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill?
Let's go defense.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown.
Oh, damn.
But not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Throwing here, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw. On the move to his left. And he fires one incomplete.
Like, why are you running back this way?
Maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Prescott. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining.
Go, chat. We are
any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
9 and 2.
Take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
And oh, it's wide right. No good.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get him.
None of that's a fumble. That's Madden.
Clock ticks on.
Yes, sir. First game in the books. They're a PC. Got a few PC players.
Sup, Unc?
What's good, nephew?
Bomb, I have you clamped.
OD, right? That's right, though. Only for one play. Only for... No. 2 plays. You only saw 2 plays, bro. Chill.
This is such a special place. You drive
All
through
right,
the
y'all.
streets of
Locking
Green Bay,
game
no tall
3.
buildings, quaint houses,
We're
and
2
then
and 0
boom,
for the
right there
day.
in the middle of the neighborhood is
9
iconic
and 2.
Lambeau Field.
That was a good game last game. We got another pair of PC players out here, too.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
It is Virgo. Come on, you're not catching me. Goofy. First play of the game.
Touchdown. Travis Kelce, an 80-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Well, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Okay,
3rd
ready?
and 5.
Black Ultra. Ready?
Love now. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Claws red.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Set.
On 4th down, Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35.
Whoever the hell was on the inside guy. What the AI doing running out there for? If I'm already on it.
Maybe 10, not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line.
Set.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now.
Ready.
They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
560.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the
2
set.
yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Set. Hut. Smash. Red.
Right, Kim, the play is flipped.
6. Mega. Hut. Hut.
Throwing. Love.
What?
It is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Ready.
They go with Jacobs. Breaks a tackle. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. Brought down at the 20.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort.
Well, they had
but
the ball the
instead, he
whole
set his
first
guys
quarter.
up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Jacobs is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
In motion left, the tight end. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Set, ready. Set, go.
Love. Dancing to his left.
Bro, why they not running out there to get him, bro? Dumbass AIs.
Jordan Love, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level.
We can't strip QBs. Okay.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Another extra point opportunity here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead. And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself, you don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
Hey! Decline.
And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown.
Hey, when you get it all the way to the top, it just moves left.
A little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun. Love.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Ready?
2nd and 10.
Ready?
Love from the gun.
Nah, let him dot that so I can pick it.
It's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Love looking to throw it.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out?
and giving the ball back to their offense.
On 4th down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt.
Yeah, there's a work.
I don't know. Can you ask back there?
2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
Get out of there. You're not catching him. Oh, my. Come on.
To the end zone. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 97 yards. Everything but pay dirt.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, Chad.
This is just a case of get the ball into his hands and let him do his thing. He had all sorts of room to run once he caught the ball, and he's finally taken down after as big a play as you'll see all season.
And he takes
Stupid, come guard
the
something.
end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from a yard out.
And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more.
Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, 70 yards.
Shout out to the 111 Angel number. Like, can you trash?
Here as they are in for 6.
What defense is that?
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
McManus now for the extra point. That's up and good. It's 22-14.
How does it take that long to pick a kickoff?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds.
Stupid.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Mahomes. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Mahomes now to throw. And pressure coming.
Wow, we need routes.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's caught inside the 45. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A strong running. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
How are you tired but still running same speed?
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Let's go. Accept.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Goofy.
It's Kelsey. Touchdown,
Oh
Kansas City.
my.
Travis Kelsey. As the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. Being chased out left.
Oh my gosh, Rakim.
This one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson in the final seconds.
I don't remember you can be able to throw that far without any specialty or anything. And you still let him? That's about 70 yards.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. McManus's point after is good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Kim, you down here, we need a touchdown.
Complete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
I mean, Kim, what are you calling on defense?
He may go. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, 67 yards. Offense. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one.
Oh, he threw it right to the oh, that's Madden. Yeah, I'm about to get off. You can't do that, bro, on X Factor.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing
that don't make sense. That's automatically a pick, bro.
Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me
wow,
when you walked up to the booth after he said that?
I'm
Like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Once again, it's Jacobs. They juked him, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Now 2nd and 5.
Touchdown.
And now Love going to change things up.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 26. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try and run for the 1st with Dillon.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Love to throw for it on 4th.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Oh, he didn't even do no damn rebel. How the hell am I sliding across the player?
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Shot, 17. Slice, 97. Hut.
Counter play with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total.
It was really taking him this long to pick up play.
Ready. Shovel, 30.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as...
Ready up. Ready.
And they'll go on the ground. And it doesn't matter who carries it, apparently, as they'll drop him behind the line as well. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw now. Here's Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Ready.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Set. Ready. Fury. Yellow. 52 blaster. 6. Yellow. Zoom. Set.
Now Love. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Oh, that running the ball comes back to your goofy ass, huh?
And there he goes.
Goofy.
He will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Love back to it here after the pick 6.
You keep doing it to me, huh? And I'm going to keep running them all the way back.
Intercepted.
He ain't hit nothing. He ain't hit nothing.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there.
We'll take the G's. 3 W's for the day. Catch y'all. Vlog coming tomorrow.